We was in Mobile, Alabama.
And
he
did you
was
go
in
to
a
his?
I went to his hotel room, and this is when Steve was in his career that you open up the door and you outside in the parking lot.
Right.
Like a Days Inn, Motel Sin.
Hell
so
yeah.
when you open the door, you see your car.
Right. So he
right
wasn't
there.
in a hotel.
Nah,
he was in
wasn't
a
at
motel.
Yeah, so he came out with the knife, right? I said, calm down, man. Ain't nobody trying to rob you. You know, I asked him, and he sat down and told me everything. And
Is that the first time y'all met?
First time we met.
The first time you met Steve Harvey,
Right.
He came with a
With
knife.
a knife in his hand.
I
knocked on his door.
Quick, I want to do some talking heads with you, man.
Come on.
I'm going to hand you some of these talking heads, and I just want you to let me know if you had an experience, what it feels like, anything about this person. First one up, Marlon Wayans.
Oh, Marlon Wayans, my man. Great experience.
Right to the camera.
Right to the camera. Marlon Wayans, this is my man right here. The great experience I had with Marlon Wayans is we did a fashion show in New York.
Uh-oh.
And Marlon came out, man, looking like a model. I mean, this good-looking brother. You know, we only got a few good-looking brothers that's comedians.
Right.
Bill Bellamy,
Right, yeah.
D-Ray,
Right,
Marlon Wayans.
yeah.
Rest of us, we needed this fame.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These jokes are like jerseys. You understand? We got to come to the club with our helmet on. You know what I'm saying? But them brothers would have got it anyway. You know what I mean? We had to earn ours. You know what I mean? So that's what Marlon is, one of them good-looking brothers.
Man, I'm almost afraid to go through this list. Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. Oh, one of the funniest brothers ever. I just seen him, and he was like, "Quick, you're getting married again?
Right. Yeah.
You shouldn't do it." And
How long have you known Chris?
I've been knowing Chris for since 92,
Damn.
93.
So you came in 91.
Yeah, I came in 91. I owned my own club in 92, and I booked him at my club in 93.
Do you remember what you paid him?
Yeah, 7,500. And I was like, why are we paying this man so much?
That much?
It was him and Dave Chappelle was two people that we paid. I was like, who is these? And then once I seen his
Hey man, but 7,500 for your comedy club. Yeah, you would have to be like, hold on, man.
Yeah, 75, because it was usually going for 1,500.
Right.
2,000.
How much you pay Dave around that time?
Around
Same?
about 5,000.
Really? And you
6,000.
question like, why?
Yeah. Let me pick them up from the airport.
Yeah,
like
you
dog
really
on
did,
dog.
right?
Let me smell on him. You know, let me smell and see who it is. And he was the truth.
You ever had any relation like?
Yeah,
with
me and
Eddie
Eddie used to. Eddie used to bring me up the house all the time. I didn't get the call no more.
Right.
You understand? But Eddie is one of the most talented people I have ever, if not the
Turn
most
to the camera.
one of the most talented, if not the most talented person I have ever met in my life. He knows everything. Eddie watches everything. Remember, I come to his house all the time and say, "How you doing, Sergeant Stroman?" Because my last name is Nathaniel Stroman.
Yes, sir.
And he already knew I was in the military as a sergeant and all that. Eddie is.
Do you think Eddie
king.
would get back on stage?
Yeah, but see, Eddie is a true professional.
Right.
He knows for him to get where he wants to be, and he respects the genre, he had to put that work into going to the comedy club.
Yeah, man.
And he doesn't want to put that type of work in it to get it. You get what I'm
Understood.
saying? He
Hell
don't have
yeah.
that time to give what it takes. It's like a fighter. I would beat him, but what it takes to get myself back in shape to fight that
Right.
fighter
And be at
in
real
the gym,
form.
at real form, I don't know if I want to put my body through that.
George Lopez.
Good friend. I got with
you know?
George when I first tried to get a TV show, and he took me to a Mexican restaurant, and we ate and have a good time. George is a good friend, man, and I love him to death. And he told me what will happen right now, that I will have my own TV show.
Yeah.
And it came to fruition. That's a good man.
And you say he tried to get you on board earlier?
Yeah, we was trying to collaborate to doing for me now what Bill is doing for me, producing my TV show, Bill Burr. I tried to get George to do it, and we was having ideas, and then, of course, he was busy with his own TV show.
Yeah,
so
man.
That kept us from collaborating. But George's a funny dude.
Joe
man.
Coy?
I just know Joe Coy.
Yeah.
We never hung out. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you, Joe Coy, to me, out of every head that I showed right there, Joe Coy is the biggest hater. Period.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Joe, you know you are a hater. Matter of fact, you're a fucking hater.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put this out in public, man. I do these impressions,
Right.
right? I do Michael Jackson
Right.
and Janet Jackson.
Right.
And one day I had Godfrey in here, comedian Godfrey.
Right,
Does
my
great
man.
impressions.
Yes.
And Joe Coy walked in on the interview. We were having a good time. When I did the impression for them, both of them haters said it did not sound like Michael Jackson or Janet Jackson.
Come on, let me hear it. I'll give it to you.
All righty.
Come on with it.
Here we go. All righty. Now I'm going to give you Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson. All righty. Hi, this is Janet. That's Janet right there, right?
Okay.
So this is Janet. Hi, this is Janet. And this is Michael. Hi, this is Michael.
That's funny.
Yeah, there it is.
And that was good.
Thank you, man.
Haters, both of y'all. Both of y'all.
Yeah,
and when I see you, I'm going to tell you.
No, you know what? Don't tell.
I'm going to tell them in the face.
Man.
Y'all are haters. Hating on Big Boy in the neighborhood. That was excellent. I thought Janet and Michael was in here. I said I knew Michael wasn't dead.
I don't need,
he in the neighborhood.
I don't need you to inherit my beef, man.
No, man. Hell, I beat both of them on simultaneous. You understand?
Because if
I'm
you
slap
listen,
both of them.
so you heard it. You heard
Yes.
Hi, this is Janet.
Yes.
And then hi, this is Michael.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard both of them.
Yeah, man.
I thought they was right in here.
Yeah, if you close your eyes.
Yeah, that's true.
I ain't had to close my eyes. I seen them. I ain't had to close my eyes. They was right here. I was about to get an autograph. Janet, I love you.
Hey, man. And I was just going back and forth with Joe Coy yesterday, right? And I told him, I said, man, you know what I'm saying? I know they're not stopping me from eating, but I couldn't believe that it was both of them. Stop it. Yeah. Man.
Nah, they hated on
Yeah, either that or they just, they doing that whole opposite thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we don't like it, but they really love you. Kevin Hart.
My man, Kevin, I'm on his radio, shameless plug. #1 show on there for Quake's House. Kevin is the hardest working man in the world.
Tell me about it, man.
Kevin act like he can take this money to heaven with him.
Right.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
like, I mean, he act like he can, when he died, that Brinks truck can be right behind the Hertz. You understand?
That's what I ask sometimes too, man. I got a friend of mine, her dad is up in years, but he killing the game. And I be like, man, I ain't doing that.
Nah.
I'm
You can
not
tell I'm broke. I'm here.
Yeah.
But if this TV show go 5 seasons, you won't see me no more.
Yeah.
Lord, have mercy. I'm out. I mean, I just want enough that I could be comfortable.
You ever went out to eat or do anything with Kevin?
Yes, many times.
Is it a mandatory that he pick up the meal?
He should.
Yeah.
The rule is whoever makes the most money picks up the bill.
As you should.
So
bro.
if I'm eating with Kevin, I'm walking out like a fine chick. Thank
Right,
you
right.
for the bill. I appreciate it. I tell him. Kevin, good dude.
D.L. Hughley.
One of my best friends. One of the best friends, funniest, funny. Like I said, fighting the best war. He's the frontline soldier. I'm backing behind the lines like with the women and the kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Articulate.
Yeah, man. Oh my God, bro.
Smarter than I'm like, yeah, didn't you say you got a GED?
Right. Hey, dude, and he'll say you have a GED, and that makes me feel even worse.
Yes, and I'm like, I got my diploma.
Right.
And you are, I mean,
but shout out to your cousin too. He just got his GED.
Yeah, but he's going for his master's now.
Right.
That's was way back. He graduated from college.
Go ahead now.
Yeah, he's going to be the most educated person to never get out. I told him that too.
You're a piece of shit. Never get out.
Man. At least he got it though.
You know what I'm saying?
You like, man, I'd rather be uneducated on the streets. Steve Harvey.
Oh man, the man that put me in the game.
Hello.
Short me out. Well, Steve, I came to Steve to ask him questions about the game when I first was in the military. See, was I gonna make this transition? And I came to see him and knocked on the door. He came with a knife in his hand.
Really?
Yeah, thought I was gonna rob him.
So where were y'all at?
We was in Mobile, Alabama.
And did you go to his?
I went to his hotel room, and this was when Steve was in his career that you open up the door and you outside in the parking lot.
Right.
Like a Days Inn, Motel Sin.
Hell
So when you open the door, you see your car.
Right. So he wasn't in a hotel.
Nah,
he was in a motel.
Yeah, so he came out with the knife, right? I said, calm down, man. Ain't nobody trying to rob you. I asked him, and he sat down and told me everything. And
Is that the first time y'all met?
First time we met.
The first time you met Steve Harvey,
right?
He came with a
knife in his hand.
I
knocked on his door. I drove down. I was stationed in Fort Walton Beach at Eglin Air Force Base. It's about an hour and a half from Mobile, Alabama. He was performing there, and I drove down there. And I found out, I said, is he here? He said, nah, he's at the hotel. And they told me where he was at.
And you went over there.
I went over there, asked for him, said, I'm here to see my friend Steve Harvey. He in room 102. Up, knocked on the door. He came, the knife. I looked down and said, man, nobody trying to hurt you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Does he invite you into his room and y'all have a conversation about comedy?
Have a conversation about comedy, and then the friendship spawned from there, And then I tried it out and came to work in this club. I had my own club, and he worked my club because other black comedians wouldn't work it because Comedy Act Theater told him that they work my club. They can't work my club. Their clubs, the club here in L.A. and one in Atlanta, they boycott them. Yeah, that's usual. If you work the improv, back in the day, you couldn't work the Funny Bone. Right. They'll let you know if you work that one, you can't. It was terrible. That's just how they work. Wasn't nothing with that. But Steve said, I'll come work in it, and came down and sold the shows out. So when they came to see Steve, they discovered me, and that's how my club went to where it needed to be at.
So did
Steve
you buy a club because you weren't getting the stage time that you felt you deserved?
Yeah, the Comedy Act Theater promised me that they would allow me to get on stage. And when I got there with all the girls that I told I was a comedian, and he told me, you ain't working, and called my mother. And my mother is not the kind, you have two kinds of mothers. Some mothers, when your son falls on the ground, they pick him up and hug him and wipe the tears and say, baby, it's going to be all right. And then you have a mother like my mother, get up. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You'll be all right. And that's the kind of mother I had. So when I called her and said, Mama promised me to put me on stage and they didn't, she was like, well, what did I tell you? When a person don't let you drive their bike, you get your own bike.
Yeah, man.
You go get your, I said, I can't get my own comedy club. Mom, she just said, why not? And then I said, yeah.
And how long did you have your comedy club, Quake?
9 years.
9 years.
Yeah. It's just,
and who came through your spot? I know you say DL,
everybody,
Dave,
Ed,
Steve.
Kevin, Speed, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle. Everybody that's hitting now came through my club.
Do you follow D.L. Hughley?
Oh, that's my best friend.
Yeah, man. D.L. Hughley is like my CNN.
Yes, he is. I tell him, thank you for fighting a good fight.
Yeah, man.
Because I couldn't do it. My blood pressure be 200,000.
Yeah, man.
I go over there and check his blood, everybody. And get we are going to have to get a GoFundMe page for Dion, for DL when they come for him.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
When they come for DL.
Yeah, that's why I be telling people, I say, man, we got to make sure we put a ring of protection around this brother.
Yes. Oh, he go hard.
Yeah, man.
On TMZ, he don't care where it's at. You can come get it. He's an LA dude. Yeah, wherever you want it.
I know someone that had to stop following him. they was like, I can't.
Yeah, I mean, he's there.
Yeah, man.
I call it, he's the warrior fighting. I hit him all the time. Thank you for fighting a good fight.
Hell yeah.
Him, and it's a few of them.
Hell yeah. I be hiding behind him too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I be sending them stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a few people that I send stuff to, like, man, I can't put this up, but DL can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't put this up, but Snoop Dogg can. You know? I can't put this up, but it's Delay can. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
put it on out there.
Hell yeah,
and
man.
he goes hard.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All day, every day.
Do you trip off of now how soft some people are too, though?
Truly.
Quake.
Truly.
Like, man, it's a different world, bro.
Truly.
Yeah.
And that's the name of my special, I that's coming out, shameless plug, next month, Netflix. It's called Joke Telling Business.
Right. What is joke telling business?
That's all I'm here for. That's all I'm giving the public to consume is jokes. I'm in the joke telling business. I don't know what the rest of these comedians say they comedians, but where's your jokes?
Right.
You ain't telling no jokes. You commentating. You telling people what they supposed to be doing. You're a relationship expert. Yeah. You're a politician. But
you're an influencer.
You're an influencer.
Yeah.
You sitting here telling her how another man supposed to live his life. You keep a score. Everything but a joke.
Right.
So see, Quake is in the joke telling business, and I want all comedians, and I question them, and I challenge them. I think we need to get back to the day just like a driver's license. You need to renew your license as a comedian. You can't live off of Def Jam, BET. I did one thing. We need you to authenticate. We need a DMV for comedians.
Hold on, man.
You understand? Where's your permit?
I done looked at this. You expired.
You expired. You ain't had nothing out here with a joke since '72, and you still out here like,
no, brother, you can't use
pull them
this.
over. You suspend your license and suspend.
Man. You gotta go back in here and take this
joke
test.
in 40 years, but you talked about everybody else on the mic.
Hey man, how are you still happy with comedy
I love it.
Right. Are you happy with comedians?
No, I mean, because they're not in the business. I want us to get back into the business of being funny. You know what I mean?
What do you feel about crowd work as a crutch though? Like some people can notice somebody in a crowd, but there's now comedians that's all they kind of getting up and doing.
Yeah,
is
we had that in the beginning. A lot of comedians did that. You know, I mean, it's risky work.
Yeah, because you don't know, huh?
Not only that, it doesn't, in my humble opinion, it doesn't translate it for the audience that wasn't in the audience.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You need that part of it.
Because there's even been times I've been certain places and they be like, man, look at this dude's shoes. And I'm like, I can't see his shoes.
Can't see his shoes.
Yeah.
So just imagine at home they have to put the camera on the shoes on, and it doesn't translate. You get what I'm saying? To outside the people, in my humble opinion, that's not in the audience when you start doing the crowd work.
Right.
And it's yet to see is it's sellable, you know, continuously on, to continue on. Because see, I always have fear as a comedian. Somebody say, all right, man, where's the jokes?
Yeah.
You understand?
But you're in the joke telling business.
I'm in the joke telling business. But see, what he said is where your set, where your thing at. We always affair. We had many comedians when we coming up. I've been doing this since 91. A lot of comedians stand on it, but eventually you have to come back to a set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How do you stay so current?
Watch everything. I can find funny in anything. It's my point of view. That's just what I do. So all I do is watch current events, watch people, and my wife to be hate this. I say it all the time. A shepherd should always smell like the sheep. So I hang around regular people.
Gotcha.
Because you cannot administrate my standard of living to a people that are not living that standard of living.
I understand.
So I have to stay within them. That's why I still go to Marshall's and get me an irregular T-shirt on Tuesday. I still, you know what I mean? Saying? I go to buffets. My woman don't do buffets.
Yeah. Hey man, have you ever been somewhere quick and people ask you what you doing here?
Yeah, that's what I said. I said the same way you doing. Looking for some looking for some polo cheap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What you doing here?
Exactly.
Like, man, I'm pumping gas.
Yeah, the same thing. Why you doing in the buffet? You know what I mean? I love buffet.
Man, do you think that Puff is coming home anytime soon?
I hope so.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I really hope that he does. He beat the biggest part of the trial, and the bigger the charges, and I think he should be coming. Him and R. Kelly need to come home.
Really though?
Yeah.
Man, you bringing them all home, huh?
I mean,
going to the concert tonight? Huh?
I mean, go to the concert tonight. I mean, shoot, they pardon everybody else.
Oh. Yeah, but you see, even Trump said that he may give him a pardon, but he just didn't like the way that he talked about him years ago.
Yeah.
That's like dangling the keys, bro.
No, that's why I told my cousin who got life. He keep calling me all the time. I say, make some Trump videos.
Yeah.
You'll be out by Friday. I love Trump. You the best, Trump. Yeah, the election was rigged. That's right. Yeah. All this Epstein is a hoax. Yeah. You're the greatest president ever. Make some of them from jail.
Prisoners for Trump.
Prisoners for Trump.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you be home by Friday. But calling me, you ain't getting home.
Right.
You wasting your calls.
How long your cousin been down?
Oh, he been down about 12 years.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
He got a life?
He got a life.
Ooh.
So I don't know what to tell him.
With
what
or without?
Him, man? Oh, without parole.
Ooh.
Yeah, I be telling him, you know, I would ask him what you doing, but I know you're doing the same stuff. Hey, man. He say, what you doing? I be trying to discourage him. I'm doing free stuff. Walking outside, looking at the sun. I would ask you what you doing, but it's the same thing every day.
Hey, man,
Ain't
I
no
don't
sense
think
bringing this
people
up.
understand the conversations when you're talking to somebody that's in prison.
Oh.
And you got to even pull back for yourself.
Yes.
Because you don't even want to sound exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want to be gloom with them.
Yeah, I got one of my partners, man, he doing all day, every day. And even to hear him talk, he's like, man, you know, if I do this, I should be home by probably like 37, 30. And I'm like, damn.
37.
Yeah, like he talking about year 2037. 20, if I do this, and I'm like, oh, shoot.
I told my cousin this when he got mad at me. He said, I got my GED. And I'm saved now. I said, you could have did that out here. They had to put you in the cage for you to study and find the Lord. I couldn't pass it up. It was right there in me. I said, you could have did that out here. He hung up on me.
Yeah.
He just he hung
Hey,
up
man,
on me.
you know somebody got to be mad when they hang up on you. They in prison.
Yeah, in prison. I don't even want to talk to you. Guard! Guard!
Hell, man.
Yeah, he hung up on me. I told him you could have did that out here. He was mad as I don't know what. I was like, man, I'm sorry.
And
it was there.
I got quite a few, man. But one of my partners, I told you, that's doing all day. That brother, man, it's one of the things when I talk to him, I do try to downplay it.
Yeah.
Like I can literally be getting dressed, going somewhere exciting. Like, man, you know, big bro, what you doing? Like, oh man, just as I'm over here, like, man, we about to go see Chris Burr. Same old. Yeah, and you know, now they got the device. So they keep it with everything.
Yeah.
Man, man, I see you got your star out there in Hollywood, man. Wish I could have been there. I'm like, well, you killed somebody.
It'll be... I don't think you get to see stars after that.
Yeah.
After you took their star.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't think you're going to be able to join us, bro, for this one.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, it'd be so many regrets and the prayers.
Oh.
And you do all that. And one time he called me. I was smoking a blunt.
Oh.
And he caught me right between there. And he wanted to pray. I had to put it out. And
he holding it down now.
Yeah, I'm holding it down. With him.
I'm talking about he holier than thou.
Oh, he holding it down,
Yeah.
giving me all these words of encouragement. I said, I hear you.
Right.
You know I got my pastor. He free.
I can go see him right now.
Yeah, he's
Thank
free.
you for coming in, man.
Thank you for following me. Thank you for calling me. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for always allowing me back in the neighborhood. And you can follow me at The Real Earthquake, man. And I love you, big boy.
Love you too. Earthquake in the neighborhood, Big Boys neighborhood.